Hello, Akko here again. Welcome back to FTB DW20 1.7.10. I've decided to do another episode on this series. I've done 2 episodes in a row on this series. I normally mix my series on alternate days, but I want to carry on with this octuple Cobble Mega Gen. I guess I'm going to call it Extreme Cobble Gen build. As you can probably see, I've changed quite a few things since the end of the last episode, and I'm going to start by talking through what I've done. This is a bit of a server killer. I've worked out. I'm realising if I look at my server console, I'm getting constant warning messages that the server's not keeping up, and it's having to skip ticks. So I've tried to make things a little bit better. I think I have. I didn't need all the ME interfaces down there, as yesterday's video has actually not gone up yet, so I'm sure I'll get loads of comments saying how badly I've designed things. But I've gone down here, I've got this doing 9. You are creating stuff, aren't you? Just not showing it. How are you? Oh no, you're not. Of course, I've not got the world interaction upgrades in this one yet. You're creating stuff. There we go. Silly me. So yeah, I'm to the point where I'm up to there, I think. With I've got 1 in there. So I'm working my way down this second row. That row is all full, and the back row, these are all full, and the start of this one has got a couple in. There we go. And that's enough to keep up at the minute. So I've got 1 full row of crafting there, and 1, by full row I mean in these ones. These have all got a filter, 4 weld interaction stacks, and 1 speed upgrade. So what's going on up here? Let me start down there. I'll work from down there. So go with this first row. What we've got is every one of these 27 transfer nodes has got a stack, a speed upgrade stack, and 5 stacks of weld interaction upgrades. I have wrenched the transfer lines, so they're only going one way. So what that means is, if you look at this, it searches quicker because it's not going. Well, that one could search both directions, yeah. But because of these lines there, it means it's only searching in that direction, and that's only searching up. So you'll see that. There we go. Go on. You see, it's not having to search anywhere because it can only go one place, which is up into the interface. So that makes the routing of these a little bit quicker, which I think makes it enough so that I've got 9 going into each interface there. So it's just, it's not actually showing there much. If we click on it, it actually shows what's going on a bit more. But that's just not updating as much as it could. So we've got 9, 18, 27 going into 3 interfaces, which is on a little subnetwork with a storage bus and an interface. So we're using there, because I've got them just like that, we're using 4 channels, and it's going into 1 channel, which isn't bad. I am struggling a little bit. It's a little bit better when I'm not recording. Recording's actually making things a little laggier. So yeah, I've got 4 channels going into 1, 4 channels going into 1. So they're coming to there. I've just made this. This is temporary, by the way. Once I work my way down here, I'm going to actually work out exactly how I want the controls and stuff, and have them probably right up this end, having a little work area down here. So this stuff is designed to be a bit ugly at the minute. It's just to help me visualise what's going on. So that's the bottom bit. That's getting me all the basic cobble. So what we've got in here is we've got drives for basic, then compressed, double, triple and quadruple up to now. And I've got a storage monitor on each of them, as you can see. And as you can see, we're up to 59,000 quadruple, which I think is enough for nearly 9 octuple already. And we're only on like just past the first row. So yeah, my plan, I was going to keep my plan secret, but I might as well tell you. Battersea Power Plant has big towers coming off, big chimneys coming off these 4 towers, and they're almost about as high as that. Again, I want to build the chimney stacks out of octuple, just because why not? So I'm hoping to be able to get enough octuple to make the chimney stacks out of it. That's the plan anyway. It might work. I might have to give up on that. Well, I might destroy the server doing it as well. I'm making sure I save my server quite often, just in case I have to revert back if things do break. If things did break, if I change, luckily restarting the server got it going again. If I paint something that's connected, it sends all this system down, which it's weird when you paint cables that are connected. It kind of trips everything out a little bit. And I painted a cable that was connected from Fluix into a coloured red one up the top, and it sent everything down, and everything just got overflowed, and I timed out and I couldn't get back in. Luckily, restarting the server sorted it out, so that might have caused the server not to restart, and I would have been a bit screwed. So yeah, so that's the bottom bit. So that's getting us all this cobble. So that's got the capacity of 520,000 cobble, and of course I've got it so that if it goes beyond that, it gets trashed. So I've got cobble and compressed cobble there. If they go beyond 520,000, I can actually remove that. There we go. If everything backs up, in theory, if something gets stuck, so if that gets full at 520, gradually everything will back up, and then just normal cobble will get trashed. So it's a bit of a failsafe. Otherwise, everything locks up and gets really messy, like I showed you last time. So there's that level. Then we come up a level, and I've just got it coming off here. And what we've got here is little sub networks. Yeah, well, this is a P2P network anyway. So I've got a P2P tunnel there, which is going to give me 32 channels. Yeah. So I've got that coming back into that, and I can add more down there, of course. So that's going to give me 32 channels. What I'm using is I'm using 8 channels off this one. I'm using 8 channels off that one. So I've got another 16 channels I can use, so I can get another 2 rows out of that one P2P tunnel there. So it'll be 1 into 4, because each one of these is using 8. What I've got is 8 ME interfaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Going into 8 transfer nodes. Each transfer node has got a speed upgrade stack, a single stack upgrade, you only need a single one, and a rationing pipe, and it's got a little thing of 8 rationing pipes around it. So what we're doing with that is each 8 of these, I've got them separated by covers. So this is just to try and make the flow as even as possible. What I'm planning on doing is putting more covers in between there, so I'm having each one of these feeding 6 possibly. But it actually seems to be working alright at the minute. Each one, I don't actually think they're upgraded yet, are they? Oh yeah. Each one of these is feeding. I've got 2 lots feeding into 9, 15. It seems to be keeping these full, which is the idea. So yeah, so they're separated there but not there. So I might keep it at 6. I might just keep it like this so that they all feed in. The problem is the further away you get, the more these have to search. So if you look at that, you'll see it's searching where to put stuff. But it's going that quick, it's not really a big deal. It's seeing what inventory things can go into. So anyway, each one of them goes into a barrel. These are just not upgraded or anything. This is a normal barrel, and they've all got ration pipes, so they can only hold a stack of each. And it doesn't keep it perfect, but it keeps it pretty much. You can see some of them are a bit lower. There's one there that keeps going down to 0. I did a minute ago. It went to 0 again. Look, so it's keeping it pretty quick, as you can see. It's keeping pretty much on top of stuff. Well, you can see it's keeping on top of stuff because this is handling it. This isn't filling up. If I was to take, this is how delicate things are balanced. If I was to take that out, let's take that one stack out of there. That should start going up now, I think. We'll see. Come back in a couple of minutes, see if that starts going up. In fact, let's make it more extreme. Put it into there. So we're actually getting more cobble out as well now. We'll see if that goes up now. So that's all feeding into there. And then of course this is the extra utilities crafting. Extra utilities crafting is if you have a crafting table above 9 inventories, any type of inventory, with a transfer node in it, with a weld interaction upgrade, it will act as a auto crafting, and it uses the 9 inventories below it. So you can see here, each one of these has got 9 inventories below it. So that one is this 9, then the next one across is 3, 6, this 9, and so on. So there's a share in some barrels, but they've each got 9 barrels underneath them. So the transfer transfer node acts as an auto crafter with welding interaction upgrades in. The filter there is just to make sure it doesn't pull one in at a time. Just in case, if all of these was empty, apart from one, it's very rarely that's going to happen. So I could probably leave these out and get more interaction upgrades in, but it's not a big deal. We're going to have a massive amount of overkill anyway. So this is crafting them all into the next level, which is the compressed. And what I've got here, I've got 11 feeding into each ME interface, and that's keeping up. So that's what the next row is going to be. And then after that, it starts to drop quite significantly. So from needing, I've got 27s there. I think I'm 22 transfer nodes on each row here, and then I'm down to 2 on the next level up. So I could have gone straight from them into these, but I've gone via the network just so I can see what's going on. I think the higher levels I'll probably be best off going straight just from one to the next level. So I could have fed these two straight into the bottom of that one, instead of feeding it into the network and then back out the network, because that's probably adding unnecessary server stress. But this is the next level. 2 are keeping up with this, so again fully upgraded there, and now the filter is to craft double compressed, and then above that 1 is keeping up to get from double to triple, and then because I don't have more room higher up, I've got triple to quadruple here. And that is what we're up to at the minute. We have got quadruple. So a quadruple, I believe, is about 6,500. Can I grab one of these from anywhere? There we go. 6,561. 6,561, and we've got 59,000. So that will quickly calculator 6,561 times 59,000 divided by 43 million, and yeah, we've got 9 octuple cobble already, so that's alright, innit? The issues around the rest of the base I've had because of this is I am using so much iron, it's ridiculous. I added that little iron farm yesterday. Now there is an issue with that as well. The issue with that is I am using my LP quicker than I'm getting it back. So, oh man, and there goes the FPS. Something in that side of the factory is really bombing the FPS in it. I have, I've got my divination sigil out here because it's been going down. Oh, only level 30 now, does it? I have changed. Okay, I'll turn that on again. I did have loads of runes of the orb. I had 50 runes of the orb in my witch altar, and I've taken them all out and made them runes of sacrifice, so I'm actually getting more sacrifice. But that of course has meant that it's gone from 60mm capacity down to 30mm capacity. What I've got here is, I've got a lever there that turns. You can actually see, you can just see through the bushes there. I have got some Ender IO redstone conduit just running underneath all this to the master ritual stones, so I can turn that on. So now you look at this, you'll see that that is going down quite quick. Maybe in, maybe keeping up. We shall see. Cool. Oh, it might be keeping up. That's good then. It was maybe just going down because I took the runes of the orb out. That might make sense. Cool. I did check if I could spawn iron golems. I can get these in a safari net, and I can get them in a soul val, but I can't get them to spawn in an MFR spawner, and I cannot get them into a broken spawner from Ender IO, so I don't think I can make them spawn unless I go with some vanilla tactic. That's working nice, but it's a bit slow and steady. If we're looking here, we have got, let's have a look, rain. One of the 5,500 lapis since yesterday from that. That's not bad. And then, as you can see here, you probably guess what I've done. If we look at iron, so that's coming in alright, but each 9 of them is an ingot, of course. So it's not that many. So there's 1,200 there, and that's got like 2 1/4 stacks. And that's back down to like just a little bit again. I've only got 12,000 iron ingots. Not a great deal, is it? So what I've done is I have set up auto crafting for brown laser focus, because that gives me a 9% chance of iron. So it increases the iron chance spawn quite a lot. So we have got the lime focuses in that one and that side. The 3 other laser drills in that side don't have any focuses, and the 4 laser drills in this side have all got iron focuses in. They've all got brown ones in, like that. So I should be getting more iron in now. Should be getting more iron in, which is good. Hopefully, will just let me craft more stuff. The other thing I did was I did a trade with this villager guy who I've got in the security room, and for stencil tables and spruce barricades he was giving me iron ore berry bushes. So and then barricades and landmines give me iron ore berry bushes as well. So I made it so that I had enough ore bushes to fill that farm up there, which is why the farm's now full. And I've just got him stood in there. You in here, guy? There you are, look. Hello. So he's in there, and I've changed that so it acts like an iron door, and it's got pressure plates so he can't get out. So he is the greeter on this side of the factory, in his little security station there. Hello. And is that about everything I've done? I feel like I'm forgetting something. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make some more welding interaction upgrades, and I'm going to carry on expanding this and working out where to go next with it. I'll see how many I can make. Let's have a look. We've only got 11,000 iron, of course, at the minute, so it's not going to be that many. And that's going to use 10,000. Well, there we go. I can make about 1,500. So it's just a case of having to wait to get more iron in now, really, to be able to expand this more. So a bit of time's passed and it's just not cutting it. I'm not getting enough iron, so I'm going to have to look at increasing my iron production, which I'm going to get on with just a minute. As you can see, I've done a bit of stuff in here. I've laid all the ME cables down, I've sorted all the routing of the transfer nodes, and I've connected it to this large dense cable here, which has got enough for 32 channels, and there's like 27 rows. So because they're only using 1 channel each, that all fits onto one dense cable, which is quite nice. So all I need to do on the bottom now is add in the speed upgrades and the weld interaction upgrades, and all the bottom's done, apart from that, which is obviously a bigger job than I just made it sound. At the minute we actually are getting too much of that. We're getting backlogged on there, which means I've not got enough for them ones, isn't it? I need more capacity here. So I need to get another one of these set up pretty soon, I think. Just sat there here. Looking like you're not doing anything. Why are you looking like that? Weird, isn't it? Oh, the just renders weird inside the stuff. But, okay, so that looks like where I'm getting a backlog now. Is I'm starting to backlog there. It's slowly going up. So I need to keep my eye on that. Is that right? That's making dense. That's compressed, I mean, yeah, and that's using compressed to make double. So yeah, I need another one of them up there is what I need next. Right, what I'm going to do is a couple more iron options that I've not explored. Let's have a look what we've got here. We've got factorization stuff, which can get us 3. Oh, one thing I have done is I've made it so that the iron is going through the induction smelter with rich slag. Like that, rich slag and iron ore. So I'm getting 3 iron ingots per ore instead of 2. Still not enough though. If we look in here, we should see. We should see that iron comb. It's not showing in there. But I'm not going to get into bees because we've got extra bees, but we've not got gendustry. And to be honest, after playing extra bees with gendustry, and after seeing a video on how extra bees is now, I don't really want to have a go at extra bees at this stage of the build. So that's one thing I could do. The other thing I can do is look at Thaumcraft, and that's what we're going to do. We are going to make a little Thaumcraft system that is going to say, well, I suppose the way it is, yeah, a little Thaumcraft system that's going to dupe nuggets for us. So what I'm going to do now is I need to use this room, which means I need to sort out the cabling into this room because it isn't done yet. So I'll get a P2P tunnel put into that room there, and I'll get a couple of things made. What we're going to be making is nice and straightforward. I'm going to make a dedicated one of these. So I'm going to make a alchemical furnace with 2 arcane alembics. We're going to need a void jar. We are going to need some applied logistics 2 stuff to connect it all up, and we are going to make an alchemical construct, which is in here. So I'm going to make this guy, automated alchemy. Crucible, 2 of them, that needs a heat source underneath it. And what we can do with that is, if we look in alchemy, if we look down here, metal transmutation, we can see that 1 iron nugget in there with a bit of metallum becomes 3 iron nuggets. So you're gaining 2 iron nuggets per nugget you throw in. So we need to keep circling the nugget back round. And the berry one's working there as well. So I could just put the berry one straight into there. Save me breaking ingots down into nuggets. That's a good idea. So we'll do that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use something that I've got a whole load of and nothing to use. So let's have a look at our ingots. I'll show you what I'm going to use. I'll just have a quick check in single player. Mana infused ingot. What that's good for is, let me quickly take my ring off there just so I don't pick this back up. Scan that guy. Check that out. Each one of them has got 3 metallum. 3 metallum and 1 precantatio on it. So I can put the precantatio into a void jar, and I can use the metallum from these mana infused ingots, because as far as I know, I've got nothing really that I'm going to be using them for. So yeah, I'll sort that out. I should be back when I've got the room wired up and the bits made, and I'll put it all together. Right then, the rooms are wired, and we can now head into here. And I've made a load of bits. I was just make one of these, but I thought, why not make a few more? So I've actually made enough for 6 of these things. So what do we need? What order do we need this in? We want to cook up our stuff first. So let's go 3 blocks in, and then next to that I'm going to want a heat source in the ground. So I'm going to just cut into there, put a niter block, and we're going to have our crucible there. So I've skipped showing you the recipes of these. I'm sure you've seen the recipes before, or you can check yourself, because I'm sure you're playing Minecraft as well if you're watching Minecraft videos. And on top of this one we want 2 of these. Oops, I'll tell you what I forgot to get, labels. And on top of this one we want 2 of these arcane alembics. There and there. And we need to tickle that with a wand. Like so. And that's the beginning of how we're going to want this. So what do I need then? What do I need? So I'll do the 6 off camera. I'll get this one done on camera. And you're going to want some cable. So I'm going to want an export bus, an import bus, and an export bus. Right, yep. So 2 export and import. No, 2 export and interface. That's what I want. So 2 of them and interface. If I remember correctly, I might be wrong with this. If I remember correctly, I think this spits out into an interface but not into a import bus. I could be wrong with that. And what I'm going to do on the side here is I'm going to, can that feed in from the back? I believe it can. So I'm going to feed into the back of that and the back of that, like so. And then let's get some cable. So that, and then it's a bit ugly having to come right on the front like this. Flight, and then there, and I'm just going to colour these all magenta before I connect them up, so it doesn't trip the system out. I say trip the system out, I keep thinking it's doing that. I might be tripping myself, and it might not do that at all. It might be something else that causes the odd ore to stay in the thing. I should have to have a good look at it sometime, see if I'm making things up. So I'll break that. And something else I forgot to do is I need to make another lava crystal. So I shall have to borrow one from somewhere for the moment. Have I got any lava crystals in my bag? I have, wonderful. I've got it says unnamed, so this might crash me. If you have them in bags, see it goes unnamed. If I have to relog, it should be okay if I relog. Let me quickly relog. Well, it didn't change the name, but it does seem to be working okay, so never mind. I just chucked it in there and it didn't crash me or anything, so that's all good. So that's in there as an unnamed, and I just put one of them mana steel ingots in there, and it's done this exactly how I wanted it to. I need some labels. Have I got any down here? Let's have a quick look. In this room, I've got one. Need some more of them. I want to make them again. Paper, ink, sack, slime ball. Should be able to make them easy enough. Straight from the ME system. Nice. I'll do. Yeah, I'm going to need some more anyway, but I'll make the rest in a bit. So I just want to label them to make sure we get the same things in the same jars every time. So that, and one there. And this top jar we are going to just sense a void, because we can get plenty of Prickantacea. I forgot my tubes. We can get plenty of Prickantacea from Netherwart, for example, that we've got a farm of. So we don't actually have to save any of this. I was thinking about sending tubes around and just having one void jar, but it was just quicker to make six void jars. So that wants to go onto there. So that'll stop the Prickantacea blocking this system up. So that'll fill that up. Because it's a void jar, it can keep putting Prickantacea in there. So because this is only actually going to eat the metallum, it doesn't want the Prickantacea. On the back of this then, we want these mana infused ingots put into this export bus, and what we should see is they're going to start going in there nice and slow. Don't have to be quick because this whole thing's a little bit slow. And into this we are going to want to get some of our berries, these guys, and what we'll have to do is be able to craft the. I wonder. I might change this actually. I might change it so it also crafts the berries back into the nuggets straight into ingots. I think I should. Yes, I shall have a look at the best way of doing that. It's probably going to be a factorization package. Yeah, I shall have a quick look. So are you putting berries in? Yep. So if I click that, and there we go. We are getting nuggets. We're not going to see them in there, but we are getting nuggets, I promise. Back into the system. So if we look for iron now, there we go. We've got 18 iron nuggets already. Sweet. So that's going to start changing all this into nuggets. And like I said, I'm going to do 6 of these, so it'll be nice and quick. And I shall, give me a few minutes. I'll look at the best way of doing that. I think I'll factorization package it probably, but I'll just have a quick check. And here we are then, all done. The package is really straightforward to make. Crafting table piston, some cobble and some iron. So I've got 6 of them. Now these can go straight on the front of this. So every time this processes one of the berries into nuggets, what you're going to see is 3 nuggets come into here. So each 3 times it does this, each time it gets to 9, it's just going to auto craft into an ingot. There we go. It is a bit slow, which is why I made 6. And then the import bus there takes it at the bottom, so I've had to route these around the bottom. So what we should have is all 6 of these all connected, and we've got plenty of channel left, haven't I? So what's what we're using now? 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 18. So I could fit some more in here if I really wanted to. But I shall monitor what that does for me. And what I should be able to do also is, let me grab them nuggets that we've already made while I've been making this. 705 nuggets there. Any of these iron? In right now. Okay, so to see the packager in action, if you've not seen one before, bang that in there. You see it says a little packaging motion there, and it's just spitting them. Well, we'll spit them iron ingots out into the thing there. Very nice. And because I'm actually just doing this, I can also, of course, just craft these into iron ingots anyway. There we go. So there, we'll see how that keeps up. Oh, lagged out a bit. Yeah, lagged out a little there. We'll see how that keeps up. How many of these have I got then? So let's have a quick look at the mana ingots. 65k of them still, so we've not really touched that yet. They are berry bushes. We're at 9,000 of them, and that it was. I connected a black cable by mistake to that, and all the lines went dark. So I'm presuming that's why we've got ores in there again. Weird, isn't it? It just blocks everything up. And we've nearly processed all. Well, it looks like I processed all the diamond. It started working on the emerald, and it's got 365 diamond in the time. That's been doing that. I set up a little auto crafting for that because I've got all the auto crafting in buckets, haven't I? Buckets of lava, so I can auto craft the lava crystals now, which is also quite nice. And that is still going up. Not bad. What are you doing? It's been slow here. So how many iron ingots have we got? Only 800 and odd. You're in there. Got an odd number now. It's gonna stay odd forever. So yeah, let's make some more world interaction upgrades. So at the minute, it's just a case of keeping adding these until I've at least filled that second row out. The issue I've got with the next row up is I don't exactly know how many I'm going to need until I do the bottom, so I just need to grow it as I get it. So I can take a rough guess and maybe bring it out to about halfway along here and see how that gets me. But it's a case of as we need more from down here, we need more from up there. I added 2 more crafting tables there, 2 more transfer nodes. At the minute, that's got just 1 stack of world interaction upgrades, and that's got none in, so that's not doing anything at the minute. But what that's done is it's let me get rid of that backlog there. So we've come down on both of them backlogs. So we're increasing the speed of getting cobble and yet keeping the throughput going. We're up to 84k. So, is my calculator still open? No. Well, tell you what. We're at 30 minutes, so I'll wrap up pretty soon. What I'll do is I'll quickly put the rest of these together to get to our octuple, so we can actually see the octuple coming in, rather than just looking at the quintuples there. Here we have it then. We are at the final stage. I've moved things around a lot. I decided I needed more space, so I've spent a bit of time. I pulled all this down here. I moved this bit of this side, so that's the 27 channels getting used there. My controller at the minute, I don't actually need these 3 at the back. I don't think I'm ever going to need these actually, so I'm quickly going to get rid of them. Something that I've not been doing right as well. Oh, my mouse has stopped working. What are you doing, mouse? Oh no, quick. Something I have not been doing is I've not been quarrying, of course, and I realised that although the laser drills are really good at bringing you a steady amount of power, they are not really good for massive amounts really quick like what I want. So there we go, with them controllers there. They're not really good for massive amounts all at once, so I have put the ender quarry into the deep dark with the speed upgrade. That guy, ender quarry speed 3 upgrade. It's only a 2 times multiplier now. That's quite, before it was like 60 or 80. It was ridiculous, wasn't it? So that's bringing me in loads of ores. So if we're looking here at ore, you see I've got 3,600 iron. It's getting processed through the same place as the uranium and the yellowite, so that's why we're getting a bit of a backlog with them. And shiny. At some point I'm going to run out of rich slag iron. I'm going to 4,000. Once I get down to about 1,000 of that, I'll put iron back on the normal stuff, probably. So that's all good. I put the speed upgrades in the induction smelter. The iron nugget thing's working nice, but I mean, the amount of iron I'm using, it's probably that. Even the iron berry bush isn't making that much difference because of the amount of iron I'm using. But this is all working as you would expect it to be, and it's all good in the hood. But slow and steady. Not winning no races with it. What's up with you? Oops. That's what's up with you. Import. Well, how did I miss that out? Oh, I know why. Because I think it's still on the start of one of them. There's one, look. Silly me. I started fastening them to the sides and realised that you've got to pull out the bottom of these. So I forgot to put that one over there. There we go. So yeah, it's a nice. I mean, it's a nice little bonus, I suppose. But we are getting big style stuff from the quarry. I'll quickly go show you the quarry. So if you don't know, this Blood Magic night vision is special night vision. I don't know if it's because I don't know what upgrades I've got on these, but it's telling me that, doesn't it? I've got a void upgrade in one of them. Sigil of Haste, Sanguine Leggings, Sanguine Robes, Divination Sigil. It might be the Divination Sigil that's doing it. But in the Underdark, I can actually see. Most of the time, night vision doesn't actually work. For some reason, the Blood Magic one does. So that's where I'm quarrying from. I'm going right over here to there. Oh wow, it's nearly done already. And I've come up to there. Is that big? Yeah, it is. Sweet. I fell down one of them and died in a stream once. It was quite fun. Not for me, fun for everyone else. So yeah, that's nearly done already. Right, so I'm going to have to change that soon. Love it in this place. Very, very cool. So I'm going to be doing a bit of ender quarrying as well as my laser drills, because laser drills just are not cutting it. Thank you for watching. I'm going to wrap up there. I'm going to, hopefully next episode, this place will be a bit more sorted in here. I'm not quite happy. This is the final thing, by the way. The cables will all be routed better once I know exactly what I want to do with it. But what I want to do, oh yeah, I'm nearly wrapping up then, and now I was actually going to craft the tuple on camera. I put in our last crafting table down there, our last transfer node, and I'm going to put one in at the minute. And there we go, octuple compressed, wonderful. And then really quickly, I want to total overkill, because like I'm going to fill up a 64k storage cell with octuple. I'm going to run over here and just do this, add octuple to that, so that is a nice 64k storage cell dedicated just to octuple. How ridiculous is that? And then if I bang that down here, bang it in there, and we've got our own little monitor for octuple there. We've got 5 already, and if I put that 64 septuple back in, lock that, 6, should have more than 6, shouldn't we? There we go. We're up to 13. Sweet. So these last two are using hyper rationing pipes, so they only put one of each thing in there. The rest are on normal rationing pipes, but that one maybe wants to be in hyper rationing. Depends as the rest speed up, they'll be pushing more things through. So there we go, we are fully done, and we have got 13 up to now octuple ready to make our towers once I keep upgrading this. So I shall be upgrading this between episodes. Yeah, I'm not happy really with that bit yet. I might have to have a mess around with that and change how that's working. This one here, I can expand this down this way as it needed, and if it gets too big for on that way, I can also expand it upwards a bit as well. And then these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 probably won't need much expanding. Maybe a little bit, but not much. I can't see them needing that much anyway. Because are these even fully upgraded yet? Let's have a look. Oh, that one is here. That one's just got, the rest have just got a stacking. So, oh, that's why that took a bit of a time, didn't it? Because I won't put that in, or that, and I need to put the filler in there as well. Right then, thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying the silly build, and I shall see you next time. Cheers, bye.